next panel discussion, which is titled Designing for a Billion Dreams. It's the future of Indian infrastructure. And this panel discussion explores how visionary planning, sustainable materials, and human-centric design can shape a stronger, smarter, and more equitable India. So we're joined by a powerhouse panel of leaders that are driving this transformation, and it's my honor to introduce them. We have Mr. Navin Raheja, Chairman and Managing Director of Raheja Developers. Huge round of applause, please. Navin, sir, if we could kindly please have you join us back on stage. We congratulate you on the award, and we ask that you please join what promises to be a riveting panel discussion. Up next, Ravi Aggarwal, the co-founder and Managing Director of Signature Global. Ravi, if we could kindly also have you on stage. Thank you, sir. Mr. Abhishek Somany, Managing Director of Somany Ceramics. It's a stellar lineup, as you can see. And we'll have all three of our gentlemen on stage. And to steer and to navigate what promises to be an incredible conversation is my colleague, Amita Vadva, Senior News Anchor, Times Network. So let's hear what the future holds, ladies and gentlemen, not just for our infrastructure, but for a billion dreams that are waiting to be built. Amita, let's kindly have you on stage to take it forward. And I believe our gentlemen are ready. All right, and we want to re-acknowledge our sponsors in this effort. Of course, it stems all from the spirit of collaboration. And many more awards on the lineup coming soon, ladies and gentlemen, so stay tuned. It's just the beginning of an exciting evening ahead. All right, so our sponsors once again, we're powered by Onextel Communication Media. Our knowledge partner is Naredco. Our workspace partner is Office Banao. Our SMRE IT partner is REPL. Our luxury gaming partner is ArcMac. And our outdoor partner, Heights. And with that, I believe we're ready. So with that, Amita, the floor is yours. Let's have the mic cued, please. Let's ensure Amita's mic is working. All right, we might need to do a quick mic swap, please, so we can dive right into the conversation. How are we now? Are we good on audio? All right, we'll have him right there. Thank you, ma'am. Let's try that.
All right.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Pooja. Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. As you have seen, we have had a power-packed evening. And of course, with all the insights that you've been getting, you must have learned a lot about when we speak of real estate, the boom, how it is powering through, and how it will shape our future. And we have the experts. I mean, this is the highest quality lineup that we have on stage currently. And Raheja sir, I'm going to begin from you, sir. First of all, congratulations on winning the award, sir, much deserved. So today's theme that we are talking about is designing for a billion dreams, the future of Indian infrastructure. You are one person, as a veteran, have made those billion dreams come true. What is your vision forward as we speak of the real estate sector, sir?
We are a developing country, and we have total population which is over. Yeah. And every sixth person on the planet is Indian. That is my India. And in my India, this is the time when we are actually emerging as a global power, and this country belongs to the people only. And becoming a power means my people need to be empowered. And getting them empowered, we are lucky also, because the developed countries, they are all buildings are old technology, old systems. And at the time when my country is emerging, we have lot of opportunity, innovation by way of technology, sustenance, total balancing the ecology. So all these things are making life of the people also conforming to the evolving intelligent world. Now, जो आपका क्वेश्चन है, looking into all this, I will say that to make this country, we need to think beyond the conventional systems. In our country, till now, we have been going through horizontal developments or concentrated metropolitan and city developments only, but we have never looked into our country being developed in a manner that where we can create walk to work, we can minimize energy consumption, footprint, so that we are able to cater to all segments of society in our country. Biggest, today we talk about employment, we talk about housing, we talk about everything, but nobody thinks out of the pocket. You have to think beyond. If we create metropolitan vertical and horizontal cities in these pockets, naturally we are going to go towards a disaster, and we must be looking at developing our country in a manner where you've got 28 states, over 120 languages, and all culture and creeds are different. We should try to create the employment hubs and develop those cities which are not focused upon migration to a long distance. Every community has got its own method of living, method of culture and everything, and language, culture. And they feel more comfortable, their families also, if they move away within 50 kilometers, 100 kilometers, 200 kilometers, is much better than moving thousands of kilometers away and then looking for employment and then taking care of their families at those places, in the villages. So, my country, I will give solution on that manner, that instead of these, what I think will be expected from me, what we see in the net and in the common parlance, I will look at it that we should, all planners, we should look at developing our country in multi-employment and city development hubs. That is number one. Number two, every city should have complete self-sustaining model. It should be in a manner where it meets the local demands also. It is zero waste city. It does not take energy also. It does not depends more upon conventional energies, be it solar. Then the complete water recycling is there, complete waste recycling is there, and it is a walk to work culture. It is not that you have to commute distance for several kilometers before you go for work, and in the evening you have to go back. So we should be creating mixed land use developments, vertical city, self-sustaining. These can be done very easily. Second, what legacy we are carrying since last more than now 78 years after freedom, that legacy also is a challenge for us. We look at our all metropolitan urban development clusters, cities, where number one, it is horizontal, one or two, it is all unauthorized. These all were habitated by the poor people looking for employment, coming for migration from rural areas to urban areas. And now this is the time. You cannot do away with that. What has happened already. We need to empower them. So that for that empowerment, we need to create PPPs, public-private partnerships, give them extra FAR, do a complete replanning. अभी मेरे ख्याल से जो गवर्नमेंट अभी हमारा सेंटर और दिल्ली
But
को ही
we'll
अगर हम
delve
एग्जाम्पल
into that point as far as PPP that you have mentioned, because I would want to take the first comments from both other gentlemen as well, because the ideas that you're setting forth, Raheja sir, you're saying that in the near future, all of them are something that can be accomplished. Now, when we speak, Mr. Aggarwal, as far as the EDGE certified green building developer, that is something that has been mentioned. What exactly is that? When Raheja sir is talking about all of these planning that needs to learn and to get to that fully urbanized zone, how do we actually make it also ecologically sustainable?
Thanks first to ET now ने ये panel discussion के लिए रखा है, wonderful event. It's a good knowledge session first one. Secondly, I think so sustainability, it's not just just not a fashion. I think it's the need of the hour, because the construction industry is generating 40% of the carbon emission. Of the entire carbon emission, only the construction industry is generating that portion, 40%. Secondly, but as Raheja ji said, the population of India is 150 crores right now. We need homes. We have to go side and side with both the things. Sustainable living, I think so, it's actually a need of the hours, because अगर हमें इंडस्ट्री को बड़ा करना है, इतने लोगों को घर देना है, इतनी सप्लाई और डिमांड का डेफिसिट है, तो हमें सस्टेनेबल लिविंग पे जाना पड़ेगा. सस्टेनेबल लिविंग में आज इसमें दो एस्पेक्ट हो सकते हैं. अभी तक हम लोग उसको सिर्फ इस तरह से ना समझें कि हमें एक्स्ट्रा एफआर मिलता है इसलिए हम लोग बिल्डिंग बनाएंगे, बट एज अ रिस्पॉन्सिबल डेवलपर विद अ लार्जर विजन, आई थिंक सो हमें सस्टेनेबल लिविंग पे इसमें दो एस्पेक्ट हो सकते हैं. एक, हम सिंपल एक बिल्डिंग बनाएं, उसको ग्रीन सर्टिफाई कराएं, आईजीबीसी से कराएं, साथ में एच सर्टिफिकेशन इज अ गुड एसोसिएशन दैट वर्क्स इन द इंटरनेशनल लेवल along 136 countries they work for. But एक दूसरा एक मॉडल और है, इकोसिस्टम डेवलपमेंट. आज जो कार्बन एमिशन दो तरह से हो रहा है, एक कंस्ट्रक्शन के दौरान हो रहा है और एक मूवमेंट ऑफ व्हीकल से हो रहा है, ट्रैफिक मूवमेंट से. आज अगर आज 2 साल पहले हम गुड़गांव से दिल्ली आते तो आने में 1 घंटा लगता था. आज 2 साल बाद उसमें आने में 1.5 से 2 घंटे लगते हैं. हम 5 साल और 10 साल का विजन देखें तो यहाँ पर मामला बहुत, तो हम ट्रैफिक मूवमेंट को मिनिमम कैसे करें, तो उसका सॉल्यूशन क्या है? इंटीग्रेटेड डेवलपमेंट हो, मिक्स लैंड यूज डेवलपमेंट हो, जिसकी कनेक्शन बाकायदा मेट्रो से कनेक्टेड हो, और सारा जब वहीं ऑफिस हो, वहीं हॉस्पिटल्स हों, वहीं पर आपके स्कूल्स हों, ताकि मॉल्स वहीं पर हों. और ये इकोसिस्टम मॉडल भी अगर डेवलपमेंट करते हैं तो कम से कम जो वहाँ पर रहने वाले लोग हैं उन्हें ट्रैफिक मूवमेंट नहीं करना पड़ेगा. और एक बहुत बड़ा जो आज इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर के ऊपर एक बर्डन बना रहता है ट्रैफिक का, हम उसको शायद कम कर पाएंगे. फ्यूचर सिटीज़ का जो मुझे विज़न नज़र आता है वो इंटीग्रेटेड डेवलपमेंट, लार्ज इकोसिस्टम बेस्ड डेवलपमेंट मुझे सिर्फ वहाँ नज़र आता है, क्योंकि लेकिन उसकी कनेक्शन बाकायदा हाईवे से होना चाहिए, साथ में मेट्रो की कनेक्टिविटी होनी चाहिए, पब्लिक ट्रांसपोर्ट बहुत बढ़िया होना चाहिए. लेकिन वो जो इकोसिस्टम है वो जीरो वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट, जीरो डिस्चार्ज मॉडल पे काम करना चाहिए. उससे ना तो वहाँ से डिस्चार्ज बाहर जाए, ना वाटर डिस्चार्ज हो, और सिंगल लाइन कनेक्शन हो, ताकि वो सिस्टम के अंदर वेस्ट जनरेट ना करे, उसी के अंदर सेल्फ सिस्टम के अंदर ही वो सेल्फ कंज्यूम करे. उसी तर्ज पे आज हम लोगों ने वो विज़न देखा था, और आज हम लोगों ने करीबन इस तरह के मॉडल पे आज हमने 3 टाउनशिप ऑलरेडी इस मॉडल पे डेवलप की, सेल्फ सस्टेन मॉडल पे.
तो ये हब्स बनाने की आप बात कर रहे हैं कि कम से कम जितनी सुविधाएं लोगों को मिलती है उन्हें ज़्यादा दूर ना जाना पड़े, उनको सारी सुविधाएं उन्हीं के इलाकों में,
ऑल थिंग्स एट वन प्लेस. ताकि आज सुबह बच्चे को स्कूल में भी बिठाने जाना है, व्हाई वेस्ट योर टाइम? अब मॉल जाना है, आप दिन के 4 घंटे कहाँ जा रहे हैं? ऑफिस जाने में 1 घंटा जाना है, 1 घंटा आना है. आपको बच्चे को बिठाने जाना है, आपको स्ट्रेस है सारे दिन कि यार बच्चा वापस हम वैसे बस में बिठा के आएंगे, फिर वापस उसको लेके आएंगे. मदर की क्या टेंशन है, वी कैन अंडरस्टैंड बेटर. अगर हम ऐसा डेवलपमेंट करें जो कंपोजिट डेवलपमेंट हो, इंटीग्रेटेड डेवलपमेंट हो, तो उसके अंदर बाहर जाने की जरूरत क्या है? ऑल ऑफिस शुड बी एट वन प्लेस. एम्प्लॉयमेंट हब बनाए जाएं. ग्लोबल सिटी जो एक गुड़गांव में डेवलप होने जा रहा है वो भी उसी विजन पे है. और इस तरह से आई जस्ट वेंट टू मध्य प्रदेश रिसेंटली, द ग्लोबल समिट वाज देयर. they have brought a policy. Haryana is having a policy similar, online similar lines. There is the enterprise promotion policy. EPP is the policy that exists in Haryana. That I think so. These are the things we should think beyond as developers.
So,
That
Mr.
is the key of
Somany,
sustainability.
how do you think beyond when it comes to developers? Because when we speak of ceramics, how is this industry seems to be booming in a way that aesthetically pleasing also that a house looks?
So I think aesthetically we've got the model right. Technology has progressed to such a level in ceramics that I can pretty much do anything I want in terms of designs, in terms of color, in terms of finishes, be it copying a natural stone or wood or whatever, or maybe even doing anything else which is bespoke ceramics. I think we were talking about sustainability and we were talking about urban infrastructure and creating responsible cities. If I take a step backwards and not look at design and aesthetics, because that I think all the developers are seeing the designs and seeing what we have done in India. We're probably one of the few industries who are now competing with China where we're exporting to China. So we've become that competitive. But the issue here is that while we make responsible cities, Ravi said that, zero discharge and all of that, one should also look at manufacturing which is also responsible. So for example, we have a large cluster in Morbi for our ceramic industry. And sad to say that that particular cluster violates pretty much every norm. Very recently, they used to produce on coal. That we, for some good sense, prevailed that the government has stopped it. But otherwise, there is zero pollution norms over there. There is rampant child labor which is happening. So in the pretext of making a cheap tile, they're pretty much violating every single norm which is possible in terms of anything to do with the environment and also to do with anything to do with GST. So evasion of GST. So that's how the tiles are cheaper. We also have factories in Morbi, but none of us are so irresponsible. All our factories over here, which is in Andhra Pradesh, in Gujarat and in Haryana, they're extremely responsible factories. So from that point of view, I think it's also about making eco-friendly material, making it responsibly, making it more energy efficient. Gas is a big cost, so how do we use less natural resources? Water conservation, so we also make sanitary ware, so how we can make the sanitary ware more water conservation. Whether can we reduce earlier the flushing system used to be 10 liters, now it's 3 to 6 liters. Can we reduce it further? Can we make it completely dry? Australia, for that matter, is an island, just in as example. Australia has all the water in the world, but not a drop to drink. So there is a complete ban on any sanitary ware which uses water. Everything in public places in Australia is dry, is waterless. And then circular. So how can we recycle materials? So for example, we launched adhesives, tile adhesives, and we've been able to use all our tile waste and put it back in the adhesives. So I think all of these 2-3 things, one needs to become more and more responsible. We talk about Industry 4.0, all of that is driving efficiency. But along with that, I think we need to be a little more responsible towards the environment. And that's our endeavor at Somany as to how we can make our tiles more efficient, more recyclable, and also how we can consume as little water and natural resources.
It works both ways. But Raheja, sir, when we speak of housing for all, is that dream achievable and affordable?
See, to make it affordable, as I already mentioned, if you look at Delhi, Gurgaon, Noida, or you look at Mumbai and around areas, or all these metropolitan, here the land is the most difficult resource. Land prices and the FAR available does not make any affordable housing anymore. Let me tell you, all of these people, I think they'll agree with me. Land in Gurgaon at 50 crores with the FAR of maximum going, with TDR, TOD, whatever you do 300 or 350. You cannot afford to give housing for less than 15,000 rupees a square feet. So how can even for a 100 square feet house, how can our people afford that? So what I mentioned, you need to create these hubs, as I mentioned, we have different languages, different districts, to try to do a localized development at least there will be inclusive development for the entire country. And their land as resource is available as well. And then you need to create these smart cities and smart infrastructure based upon technology today. Today we have artificial intelligence. And on the other hand, let me tell you one thing. Already my country is really growing. And as we are talking about infrastructure, roads, connectivities, metros, RRTS, everything I think is already happening at the fullest possible pace. I think my country is spending today much more than any other country is spending upon infrastructure and urbanization. Government is doing good. We need to go with the actual innovative model that whether we want to congest our cities more or we want to redevelop these cities vertically through zero waste, self-sustenance, providing infrastructure. Is that a better model? और इज दैट ए बेटर मॉडल कि भाई आप यहीं पर ही आप हाउसिंग क्रिएट कर रहे हैं जब लैंड प्राइस ही अफोर्ड नहीं करता, एफआईआर अफोर्ड नहीं करता, तो लोग अनऑथराइज्ड कंस्ट्रक्शन तो करेंगे. तो आर वी गोइंग टू प्रमोट दैट? सो वी हैव टू थिंक आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स. ऐसे जो हम सारा कुछ कर रहे हैं, टीओडी, टीडीआर, ये कॉरिडोर्स के ऊपर, मेट्रो कॉरिडोर्स के ऊपर एक्स्ट्रा एफआईआर वर्किंग, यू नो, टिल 5 वी आर गोइंग. बट इफ यू लुक एट ग्लोबल cities, there even FARs up to 20 are also being used. They know that going vertical takes much less energy. And I think there must be many developers here. They may agree or they may not agree with me, but with my practical experience of more than 40 years now into construction, I was also amazed to see that creating vertical towers of 60 floors is cheaper to do per square feet than to create a building of 4 floors when it goes to per square feet. Because here also energy jo hai, energy, you go vertically. You don't go horizontally. It's not a so energy ultimately, whether it is a human labor based energy, whether it is a machine based energy, and the material utna hi lagta hai. So you save on that. So I will say that our countries should be smart, they should be total self-sustaining, zero discharge, and any building should be a, its own ecosystem should be maintained with that. And the people should have access to, complete innovation and connectivity by way of technology, intelligent buildings. Your buildings, you can communicate with people. Your office today, आज आपको physical जाने की जरूरत कहाँ है? Everything can be done much better on artificial intelligence and on your virtual meetings. They give much more better result and effect on productivity than to run around and do physically. And by the way, मैं आपको एक गुड़गांव की बात आज बता देता हूँ. Today I was amazed to travel from Gurgaon to Delhi. In less than 40 minutes I was in central Delhi.
सर आप मतलब पास में थे.
So why? How? Because I came through Dwarka Expressway, through airport tunnel, and straight through. I mean, I crossed this road after some time before. Went in Central Delhi for a meeting, then I came back.
My experience was 3 states over.
So our country is developing. Infrastructure has developed.
Yes.
It is growing very fast.
Yes.
और उस aspect को I think we
Couldn't
are being
agree
addressed.
with you more, sir, because our next guest has also come. So I'm going to quickly ask another comment for you, Mr. Aggarwal, because the PPP model is something that we've been talking about.
PPP model I will like to speak.
Sir,
If you give me
up
time.
हो रहा है.
Because I am the only developer in this country
Yes, sir.
who has got PPP model with Government of India.
So, Mr. Aggarwal, can I give the stage to Mr. Raheja? So, when we talk about, sir, confidence building and trust when it comes to public, the government and private builders, how do you see that?
See, if you expect government to remove slums and give them housing, it is impossible. It is impossible because in situ slum redevelopment can be done only through private and inclusive participation. It cannot happen otherwise. Or otherwise, you can only regularize the slums or unauthorized colonies. But I will say government, although because of the public requirement, popularity, vote bank, they are, due to political compulsions, they do regularize. But I will say this is not the right model for our new country.
Yes.
If you really want our India to align with the world and be a developed country by 2047, but वो developed जो country लिखना भी चाहिए भाई. आप अनऑथराइज्ड कॉलोनी को, स्लम को सड़क, पानी, बिजली दे देंगे और वो वही सब कुछ करते रहेंगे, वो डेवलप्ड कंट्री बनेगा कब? So we have to be little bold in those decisions and innovate. You look at it, what we are doing today in Delhi. I think the people, more than 22,000 people are going to get their life changed. The apartments are ready for them.
Okay.
And when they visited and saw the constructed apartments, you'll believe that they virtually wept with happiness.
Yes.
That are we getting this?
Well, that's
Is it the transformation we are getting?
Sir, that you're making the people's dreams come true, and you've had a big role to play in that. But apologies, gentlemen, because we are completely running out of time, and there is lots to talk, and also to give pertinent points on real estate. Of course, we can go on and on, but our next guest is here and waiting. And of course, we would want Suzanne to take the stage. But thank you very much, gentlemen. It's been an honor to have you with us on stage. Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Amita.
Thank you.
And thank you once again to our highly distinguished panel. If I could please have Pooja say